We plan to meet at 9 a.m. at the Vietnam War Memorial at the date of Pete's hearing. And I encourage anybody to come, anybody who wants to come and support us, 9 a.m. at the Vietnam War Memorial on Pete Hegseth's hearing date. This is how we make a change. This is how we show these senators the support, the vast, broad support, similar with Trump's election. There's a movement here.
You're listening to the Alec Show. The future is family.
All right, let's do it. Joining me now, Bill Brown. Welcome back to the Alec Show.
Honored to be here, Alex. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being a big bullhorn out there and getting our word out. Very appreciative.
Well, listen, I think what you guys are doing is amazing, and that's why I've been so supportive of everything that you do, Bill. I mean, I honestly going way back, but people keep asking me, like I was just interviewed by Breitbart News about this thing that you're putting together, organizing, and they ask me why the Navy SEALs are coming out so strongly to support Pete Hegseth. So I give them my best answer as a civilian side, just knowing you guys, but I want to rather hear it from you, the man in the arena there. So why for you is this so personal in supporting Pete, and why do you think it's so important for the rest of the SEALs?
Well, for me personally, it's about from 2019 onward, every year, Pete Hegseth has been a champion of the New York City SEAL Swim and helping us send a patriotic, positive message of unity for our nation and in raising millions of dollars to help veterans and SEALs and their families. So that's a personal level. When I look at about what's going on in our military, I believe right now Pete is the right guy to de-woke our military. And I look at what they're doing to Pete, and I was talking to a friend of mine named Kaz Larson, another SEAL, and we actually call it woke fair. And it's kind of their playbook and how they try to retain power by any means necessary. And, there's certain patterns that are playing out here. And one of those patterns are, one, look at the big medium that you have and some of my other brothers out there in social media, and even Megyn Kelly and Sean Ryan and all these SEAL veterans out there that are out there. And we're showing through alternative media forums how powerful we the people are. And it's really superseding legacy media and all their hit jobs and their woke fare that they're using to try to retain power and promote, anything and everything they can to retain power, because that's really what this fight's about. And I am very grateful for stand-up guys like you that are out there being a voice for us. So, when I look at some of the things that are going on in the military right now, this is a dangerous times. We live in dangerous times right now. And our military, it has to be ready in case we need it to be ready. We can't be indoctrinating our soldiers, sailors, and airmen and Marines into this woke fare because it's divisive. And wokeism, we need to focus on in military combat efficiency and lethality, because that's what deters wars. That's what we need. We need to refocus right away. There's global threats across the planet right now, and they continue to build. Right now, we have a guy in Syria, Abu Muhammad al-Gulani, who was al-Qaeda in Iraq and has American blood on his hands. We have Islamists in Syria now. Their leader has American blood on their hands. That's the truth. Right now, we need somebody who's going to refocus our military on warfare, on getting our men and women as best prepared to modernize our military. We live right now in New Jersey. And we have drones the size of cars flying around, and they can't identify what's going on. Like, we need to regrip right away and refocus our priorities. Pete is the guy for the job. Pete's been to Iraq. He's been to Afghanistan. He's served our country. He knows what it's like to be in war, the sacrifices it takes. He knows what it takes to win. And if we look at what happened in Afghanistan, there's no more proof do you need to know that how much of a failure leadership in the Pentagon has been. We left there in disgrace. It was shameful. We left thousands of our allies who risked their lives to be tortured and killed. We left billions of equipment to the hands of our enemies who have American blood on their hands. It was a disgrace. There is no greater example to say we need to fix this problem. You're not going to fix the problem by somebody who's been a part of the problem. That's why we need Pete in there. That's why a lot of the SEAL community is getting behind Pete, and not just the SEAL community, the veteran community on all branches. I just put out a petition yesterday. I almost have over 2,000 signatures.
Wow.
So we're getting engaged. Now, right now, I've been told that Pete's hearing will likely be on the 8th or the 9th of January. I'm not sure. But whatever that date is, we plan to meet at 9 a.m. at the Vietnam War Memorial at the date of Pete's hearing, and I invite all veterans to come. And once we get there, we're going to march to the various war memorials there. We're going to go to the Vietnam War Memorial, where we're going to start, the Korean War Memorial, the DC War Memorial, the World War II Memorial, and then the Capitol building at a safe distance away to show our presence. We believe in a democracy process. We're going to follow Martin Luther King's example and hold the moral high ground. We have a code of conduct that everybody who signed up has to abide by. We represent the SEAL community and the veteran community. We love our country, and that's why we're going to go to DC.
And Bill, I want to get your take on one thing, but just to what you were saying, this is why your opinions matter so much more. You guys have been in the fight. You guys have laid it on the line. You guys have had to, take the trident off your chest and bang it into the coffins of your brothers, man. I mean, this has been going on. Your community has suffered so much over the last 20 years. So if this is what you're saying, the direction you want to see it, that's good enough for me. But the one knock, obviously, they've had the smear campaigns against Pete, whether it be his past relationships or they come up with this drinking thing that they said. These things, I put all that stuff aside. The main knock that they say is his experience level in the military. Does that mean as much where they say he never held the high ranking positions in the military? How much does that really play into his effectiveness of being able to do the job?
Well, I think everything matters to certain degrees. And what you have to do is you have to weigh it out in totality and make your best judgment from there. And so when I look at the Secretary of Defense, really, what is that position? That position is a civilian administered position. And basically, he speaks for the president. Now, President Trump won in spectacular fashion. Right? He has a mandate. He was elected by we the people to make a change, to shake things up, to change the course of our direction, to change the course of our military. So what Pete is basically he's the bridge between Trump and the military. That's number one. Number two, he's extremely educated. He's got a very high IQ. And not only does he have an high IQ, but he's put in the work for his country. He's won the war for our country, and since he's got out, he's been a veterans advocate his entire life. So his compass is totally geared to that. He loves the men and women who serve. He has the courage to speak up for them when it's hard, because some of the things he said are controversial. Like, I'm a SEAL. I'll be sincere. I've worked with female fighter pilots. They were amazing. I've worked with female veterans and service members, and they're amazing, and we honor and love them. But the truth is, in certain combat units, intense combat units, statistics have shown, studies have shown that all male units in those intense combat units perform at a greater, higher proficiency level. That's just the truth. And Pete spoke out about that out of love for all our service members, the men and women. Because in war, there is no second place. And we need someone that courage. Pete was the first one to speak out as loudly as anyone against the woke introduction in the military, that ideology that weakens our military, that degrades our military. He had a vision and he spoke out about it. That's what we need. We need somebody who's intelligent. We need somebody who's going to represent the president and represent the president and not try to undermine the president and his goals like we've had previous people in positions in his cabinet have done that in the past. We need somebody who loves our country, who loves the men and women who've served. We need somebody who has the ability to connect, right? And we need somebody who has the courage to take on poor leadership in the Pentagon, poor leadership in the military, because here's the truth. We had too many men, officers, high-ranking officers in the military that bent a knee to the woke ideology for rank. When they've done that, they put the lives and men of the women that serve under them at risk, and they need to be held accountable. There needs to be we need to reshuffle the deck, and that's what Pete's going to do, and we need to do it now.
And the support, Bill, you know, I when I put out the initial tweet about what you're doing, this march you're doing, that thing got over 1 million views. I mean, the response from the veteran community, yes, but just from the patriots, just from the people that are so sick and tired of seeing what's happening, not only to our country, but especially in the military. I know we all kind of have fun with some of these memes where we show these transgender military officers. We've seen that Navy advertisement with the transgender or whatever it may be. I mean, some of that stuff we have some fun with, but at a very serious level, this is a dangerous thing that we're doing here, man. I mean, this is our that's why I love when you guys use that word, lethality. I mean, this is the last stand for the world, not just for the country. Our United States military is the last stand for this world, and if we're going to allow that stuff to infiltrate it, it's a disaster for everybody. So I think the American people are responding to this thing in a great fashion, that are throwing their support behind Pete. So for the regular guys like me, the civilian guys, the supporters, do you want all these guys to show up and show their support as well?
Every veteran, every patriot, every man and woman who's had enough of the wokeism in our military, enough of having individuals that think that they can put other ideals ahead of what's important, and that is to keep us safe. The military is not a social justice project. Look, here's the truth. We love all men and women. You're an American. You have a right to do what you want. I could care less what consenting adults do. I could care less. I can tell you the truth. I served with a couple gay SEALs. I have nothing. I'm not going to drop their names. I have nothing but respect for them, and they serve their country with honor. What we care about is, can you do the job? That's all we care about. What we care about is, are you prepared? Are you focused? Do we have the advanced technology that we need to be at the tactical edge? Because guess what? There's other adversaries out there, and they are investing and preparing. And I think we're a little behind the power curve. And some of this is because we've lost focus on what's important in the military. And Pete's going to get us back on track. And any man or woman who wants to support that, you're welcome to come join us. The date of Pete's hearing, meet us at the Vietnam War Memorial at 9 a.m. Have signs that say, we support Pete. We love America. Let's refocus on military. Nothing but positive signs. That's what we're about. And this will be a peaceful march. We will follow Martin Luther King Jr.'s example and hold the moral high ground.
And I got the link to the sign up in the description of this. I've been blasting it on Twitter as best I can. I know a lot of the other SEALs. I know some of the guys we got. I know Rob O'Neill, General Michael Flynn, Jason Redmond. Anybody else that you got out there right now? We got some Gold Star family members coming as well. So anybody else that you got right now committed?
Oh, we got a lot of people. I just had some email traffic with Congressman Eli Crane. And so we'll have a huge showing. Jeff Gum, Mitch Aguirre. There'll be plenty of well-renowned SEALs out there. So what I ask is, number one, for too long, good men and women have been silent. And so we need to engage in the political process. But one of the things we got to do is we got to hold the moral high ground. All right. Because we want to send a message, and we don't want anything to distract from our message or discredit our message. We want to be the adults in the room. We served our country with honor, and we will show our support with honor.
Yeah, peaceful and patriotic. I mean, that will be the tone of the day for sure. And so, and it's going to be, and I know how it is, Pete. I mean, Bill, every time I get around you guys, the patriotism is awesome. You guys love this country so much. It comes from a place of purity, and it's awesome to be around. So it's going to be a patriotic day for sure. And I don't think the SEALs, has there ever been anything like this where the SEALs have gone on a march on Washington for something? I've never seen anything like this.
Well, it's just not SEALs, it's veterans and patriots as well. And if you look at our petition, and we'll publish all the names of everyone who signed shortly, it might be over 2,000 after we get off this call. It's that close, and this is literally the second day. And so, no, I don't know there has been. And I want to tell you, I think that's part of the issue why some of the things went so astray. For too long, too many good men and women, police officers, firefighters, veterans, have been on the sidelines, and it's time for the adults to step in. And that's what we're doing. And I encourage anybody to come, anybody who wants to come and support us, 9 a.m. at the Vietnam War Memorial on Pete Hegseth's hearing date. I've been told it's likely going to be on January 8th. It has not been confirmed yet. You can feel free to reach out to me at wibrown32099@gmail.com, wibrown32099@gmail.com, and I'll keep you updated. This is how we make a change. This is how we show these senators the support, the vast, broad support, similar with Trump's election. There's a movement here, and this alternative media is defeating woke-fare. And we need your help. And Alex, I'm very grateful for your friendship. I'm very grateful for you, and you are a real advocate. You're out there in the fight, and we need you.
Well, listen, like I said, I'm always honored to be around you guys. I love this country, and I want to see it succeed just as much as everybody else. I got your email also in the description down below, along with the sign up. Final thing here, Pete Hegseth is under fire here, big time. So if you had a chance, an opportunity to talk to Pete, what would you tell him at this time right now?
I'm going to quote President Donald Trump: "Fight, fight, fight."
Let's get it. All right, Bill Brown, Navy SEAL, always a pleasure. I got the links down in the description below. Go get it. I'll see you down there on DC at the confirmation hearings. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time on the Alec Lace Show.
Thank you, brother.
You're listening to the Alec Lace Show. The future is family.